Hello PokeMoshPit, Biolizard1 here, bringing you another Wi-Fi battle, and this is a match against a person I met at Smogon named KenW. We decided to have an OU match, a standard match in the black and white metagame, and this is how it turned out. I start off with my lead Empoleon while he starts off with a Gorbis, and I saw Zoroark in the beginning of this match, so I wasn't sure if this was a real Gorbis, if you know what I mean. But after seeing that he went for a Shell Smash, I decided to go for the Grass Knot straight away, because if I hit his Zoroark, then I would have seen that it was his Zoroark. So luckily for me, I went for a Grass Knot this turn, because after his special defense gets lowered, it's going to be able to 2-hit KO him, and that's just great for me. I was still fearing that he was a baton passer, but luckily for me he wasn't, otherwise I would have been in severe troubles. So now he switches out into Darmanitan, because I don't want to lose my Empoleon this early to the game to a superpower. I switch out into my Salamence, who both resists the superpower and lowers Darmanitan's attack with an Intimidate. So after seeing that he can't do much against me with my Salamence, he decides to switch out and go into his Porygon 2. And Porygon 2 is a very common Pokemon in this new 5th gen metagame, because with Eviolite Stone it can do a good amount of damage to any Pokemon, and it can wall a lot of Pokemon in this new generation. After seeing that my attack is lowered and my special attack is lowered by 2 stages after my own Draco Meteor, I decided to switch out into my Tentacruel. He predicts that go for a recover. That was great on his part. I know that my Tentacruel kind of walls this Porygon 2, so I predicted him to switch out. Unfortunately for him it doesn't, and that allows me to set up 2 layers of Toxic Spikes, which is great for me, because I saw that all of his Pokemon, except for Reuniclus, were weak to the Toxic Spikes, so that's a great addition for me. One downside to having the Eviolite Stone is that your Porygon 2 will not have the Leftovers recovery. It will have the Recover as a move, but it doesn't have that additional Leftovers recovery, and that really pays off in the end, because I'm going to try and set up my Leech Seed, which worked right here, and I'm going to try to stall him out with both Leech Seed and spam attacks on him, and eventually he will be taken down. So predicting another Ice Beam coming in my Celebi's direction, I'm going to switch out into Empoleon. Empoleon is going to be able to take that Ice Beam with relative ease. This is my opportunity to set up Stealth Rock, so I take it. I was predicting that he would go for a Discharge, but after the Leech Seed recovery, I know that I can at least take 1 or maybe 2. At this range, I am nearly in my Torrent range, so I decide to go for a Hydro Pump. I get a critical hit and finish him off, and I think that kind of mattered, because with the Eviolite Stone his special defense is huge, so I think that kind of mattered, so sorry about that. He decides to go into Jolteon. Jolteon gets poisoned by the Toxic Spikes and finishes me off with a Stab Thunderbolt. This gives me an opportunity to check out what kind of item this Jolteon has. I see no Life Orb recoil damage. Whoa, that's a hard sentence to say for a European guy. Life Orb recoil damage. Whoa. So I switch out into my Crocodile, who can take it, go for a Pursuit expecting him to switch out. Unfortunately he doesn't go for it, so that means that I am locked into Pursuit because my Crocodile is Choice Scarfed. He takes this opportunity to switch back into Darmanitan, so expecting either a superpower or a Flare Blitz. I switch out into my Salamence, who resists both and has the ability to intimidate this Darmanitan again, which is simply great for me. Predicting him to switch out here, I decide to go for a Roost, but he stays in, which got me puzzled. I'm going to, at this point, try to stay in and stall him out with my Roost, because, yeah, he is toxic, and the toxic will slowly wither him down, and after the Intimidate, his Fire Blasts and Superpowers aren't going to do a thing against me. So that's what I do. I stay in, keep going for the Roost, that is. He keeps going for the Flare Blitz, while his toxic damage racks up. Then I see that he has the Encore, which is quite strange, because I haven't seen a lot of Darmanitans using this original moveset, which is very good for you, guy, but it didn't really pay off in this match. Predicting him to either switch or go for another Flare Blitz, I decide to go into my Tentacruel while he switches out into his Reuniclus. And here he told me that this guy isn't his really Reuniclus, because all the Reuniclus would have Magic Guard, at least all the Reuniclus that I know have Magic Guard, so he wouldn't take any damage from Stealth Rocks or the poison damage. But I see that he does, which means that this is his Zoroark. I decide to go for a Venom Shock because with the poison, I'm pretty sure that I will be able to one-hit KO him. But unfortunately for me, due to the lower accuracy of Venom Shock, I'm not going to be able to hit this turn. And I'm going to go for a Surf next turn because I really want him to be revealed as a Zoroark. And I know that at this point of the match, after the toxic damage racked up, I'm going to know that after a Surf, he's going to be at an amount of hit point where toxic will take him out. Now he decides to go into a Reuniclus, and at this point of the match I was really panicking because I decided to go for a Venom Shock and see how much it would do against this Reuniclus, and it really does nothing. And together with that very good ability Magic Guard, I know that I won't be able to finish him off with my Tentacruel, so I have to switch out, go into my Salamence because I don't want him to set up so much Calm Minds that he can sweep my team and then easily recover after I did some damage to him. So I decided to go for an Outrage, really hoping that at that amount of hit points it would be enough to finish him off. But unfortunately for me it doesn't. And yeah, the main thing that he has to do right now is just recover stall me at just the same thing I did with Roost earlier in the match. So the only thing he has to do is recover stall me, wait till I hit myself in confusion with the Draco Meteor, then Calm Mind some more, and then he is at a point where he can sweep me. So that is obviously something I don't want to happen to me. So after I see that, I get confused and I hit in my confusion. I was expecting him to go either for a Calm Mind or for a Stab Psychic. Luckily for me, he goes for the attacking move and not for a Calm Mind. So my Salamence is finished off, so I can switch easily into my Crocodile without having him to take any damage. And I was hoping that this would kill this Reuniclus, but unfortunately for me he doesn't. And I was like, great, this is game over because he will have the Focus Blast, but he does not have the Focus Blast, which is amazing for me. I get my Moxie ability, which means that my attack is raised by one stage. He switches into Darmanitan. I saw earlier that this Darmanitan does not have a Choice Scarf or any move like that, so I will be able to outspeed him, get another Moxie ability, which is kind of pointless because the game is mine. But that was a really good game KenW. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle as well. Don't forget to like this battle, comment in the comment section below, and subscribe to the PokeMoshPit. If you're interested in more black and white Wi-Fi battles, then I suggest you to check out my personal channel where I have tons of them. And see you in my next battle on PokeMoshPit.